everyone. Welcome to show and tell number 25. My name is Claudia and thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I hope you guys have been having a really great couple of weeks. Mine have been really good. The weather has been beautiful. I've got stuff done and I'll go into all the details and stuff at the end, but yeah, so if you're interested in that, just stay tuned. Yeah. I also have a lot to show you. I've got like everything kind of spread out right here and it's, it's a lot. I have 3 finished objects. That's exciting, at least for me, because I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I don't have anything. But yes, I have quite a few things to show you. I bought some stuff, got some I'm working on, there's some cross stitch, it's all good. Yeah, but before all of that, I just wanted to put a reminder out that if you're participating in the birthday craft along, it runs through the end of this month, so through the end of April, and then the next time I record after the end of the month, I will draw for a prize, which I of course did not bring over here with me, but it's for 2 skeins of Knit Picks Felici in Candy Jar. And if I remember, I'll put a picture here. And if not, just have to use your imagination. I showed it last time because I bought it and showed you last time. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and show you what I finished. Let's do what I finished first. So I'll do the small things first. This is a hat. This is okay. Oh, I didn't realize the light is kind of. You can sort of see it. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, wait. There we go. This is the Kaiamai hat. It's K-A-I-Y-A space M-E-I. And it's by Jamie Hoffman. It is a stranded hat, so you're using 2 strands of yarn, like different yarn, to make the colors. So you can see it's supposed to look random. There is a chart involved, so yeah, it's a really easy project, and I didn't find it too terribly hard to do. I mean, it's really quite simple. The chart's really clear and everything. I just haven't done color work, like knitted color work, in a very long time. This is probably the first time that I've done any in, I mean, years maybe? I don't know. It's been a while. A long while. But I really like the hat. It's super cute. This is obviously a baby size. The yarn I used, the white is Red Heart Soft in white, and the multicolored one, which I'll show you so you can kind of see how it looks. Super pretty, right? It is Red Heart Soft in watercolors. Yes, watercolors. And I have quite a bit of it left. I used it for something else, which I'll show you in a second too. I didn't use all that for that hat. So you can see, it's just, it's got purple and blue and green. A little bit of like gold, kind of a goldy wheat kind of color. It's really pretty, of course, really soft and really great to work with. I really liked how it came out. However, my tension, I think I was paying more attention to it at the beginning, like at the first part, and then as it went on, I was like, oh, I've got this. And I started not paying attention to my floats, and so I ended up with a few stitches that are kind of a little too big. They almost look like slip stitches. You can see those white V's there at the top, right there. They are much bigger than the stitches next to them, and that's kind of how it is for like 3 rows. Most of the yarn is that way. And then it's hard, you can kind of see it wants to dip in a little bit right there. So it's a little bit of the colors kind of making it look like that too, but it should be slightly bigger right here, and it's not, because I think I was too tight for a row or two on that one. So it's basically my tension just needs work. And it's fine. I'll show you the inside. I've already woven the ends and everything on this one. So that's what that looks like. I caught the floats because like there were some that you go over quite a bit, quite a stretch of stitches before you use that color again. So I did catch the floats, which I had to look up a video on how to do it because I was like, I kind of remembered, but the way I remembered was not the way that the lady showed, and I can't remember the name of the video. I think I just Googled stranded knitting or something like that, and it was one of the first ones that came up. But it like that worked well. But I think what it was is like when I've done color work and stuff before, like this type of knitted color work, I held the yarn in both hands, or not both hands. I held both yarns in one hand. And for this one, the way that she had you in the video do it, and so I just went ahead and mimicked her, I held one hand, or one strand in my right hand, one strand in my left. So you're doing like English and continental knitting, basically. And it took a little bit getting used to because I knit with, I hold the yarn in my right hand when I knit. But, you know, when I crochet, I hold it in my left. So it wasn't like unfamiliar or anything. It was fine. It was just, it took me a little while to get that part. And then my tension just got off because I wasn't paying attention. I think I just really wanted it done. But super cute hat. I really, really like it. I will be making another one of these at some point. Probably for me. But for now, this is just a little baby hat. Super cute. Now with that yarn, I also made another hat because I just wanted to. I really liked the colors. I mean, green and purple are that's my favorite color combination. I mean, it's gotta be. I mean, unless like black and white, if you count that, because I don't like that, but I like the contrast, I guess. But of not black and white colors or gray. I like purple and green. So this has purple and green in it. This is the KitKat hat by Andre Sue Knits. I haven't decided which one I want to be the front or not, but here you go. So that's the front of it, and that's the back. Didn't the colors, like it flashed really fun. Like it worked up, I think, really, really fun. It almost just made columns. And maybe it would have. I don't know if maybe my tension was weird or whatever, but they kind of lined up. I didn't think they were going to. That was the thing. Oh, and I can't remember what needles I used for this. I think I used whatever was in the pattern. And that's it's a free Ravelry download. And this one is, I got the link from Ravelry, but I think it's actually on her website. And I do know I used size 4, US 4 needles, and for the ribbing, and 7s for the rest of the hat. I didn't think it was going to pull or flash or anything because when I worked with the 4s, I don't know if I can show that to you. So the ribbing, it doesn't really, I mean, you can kind of see like that line of purple that kind of runs like diagonally. Ooh, I'm going the wrong direction, right there. You can see that, but like it didn't really line up in any specific way. You know, it kind of looked random because there's a bigger section of purple obviously in there, so that's going to be more of a dominant color. But then when I switched over to the 7s, that started happening. But I like it. Like I'm into it. I still have to tack the little ears down. So basically this is supposed to look like cat ears. So I'll tack down here. I just haven't done it yet. And so I don't have a mannequin head that's small enough, but it should feasibly do like that, you know, when it's working. So I think it's gonna look cute. I think this is probably gonna be for my niece, but it might be a little big for her, so she might have to grow into it. Because she'll be 3, so I don't know. I can't remember how many I cast on. I did, oh no wait, I think I did 76. I cast on 76 stitches. I think the pattern is made for a different size, and I can't remember what the size is now, but the pattern just lists one size, but it's easy. I mean, this is a really simple pattern. Basically, you just do ribbing, and then you work the body, and you just don't do the crown decreases. So, yeah, I really like it, and I really want one for myself. Maybe not in this color, but, or maybe, I don't know. I don't have enough to make one, for me in this color, unless I stripe it or something, but anyway, I really like it. I normally, like, flashing doesn't bother me. Like, pooling is one thing, but flashing is another. And I don't really mind when it kind of flashes like that. So, yeah, super cute. And then the big thing that I finished, and if you are a subscriber, and hopefully you are, you should subscribe if you're not, but if you are not and you've not seen it, I finished the baby blanket that I was working on. So I hinted about it a little bit, and I think I gave you a couple of sneak peeks, but I finished it not long after I recorded, and then I had to finish filming the video because I was doing a tutorial for it, so I had to finish all of that, and then I had to edit the video, which took me a while. So the video went up last Monday. Yeah. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the show notes and in the description bar and everything. And then, so that's to the video. And then I have the written pattern as well. And there's in the tutorial video, there's a link to the written pattern. I have not got the PDF ready yet. I'm planning on putting it over on Ravelry so that way you can just download a PDF because I always think that's convenient. I just haven't done that yet because I've been busy. But anyway, let's show you the blanket. So I titled this one Expansion. Let's see if I can back up enough so you can see it. Oh, so there we go. So it starts here in this corner. Sorry. It starts here in this corner, and you basically just keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. I'll probably insert a picture so you can actually see the full shebang. Okay, so hopefully you could see that. I'm like back really far, so I don't know if this will, I don't know, I don't think you'll be able to see it all. But so you start here with this gray color, and you just work really big. And that's the bottom. So basically what you're doing is you're making a big old miter square. So I mean, that's really what you're doing. And I ended up, when I was trying to, like, I was working out the stitch configuration, the pattern configuration, and I did it a few different ways, and I tried some other stitches, and in the end I just decided just to do like the one type to make it simple, and also I just thought it looked, I really liked the other stitch I was going to use too, so like I'm a little partial to that one too, but I really, really like how this came out. You can see, well, maybe you can't. So in the gray section, I did bigger spaces between the open rows, and then when I went to the white, I did slightly smaller, and then when I got down to the yellow, even smaller. So I don't know. It's just, it makes those really long rows go a little faster, I thought. And I just really like the way it looked. So I will, if you're interested in that, please go ahead and check it out. But, and then you can see all of the details and everything, but I used a size H hook and Karen Simply Soft in Gray Heather, which is the gray, white, and Sunshine. Yeah. It's a super pretty yellow color, and it doesn't even make me look the worst. So yeah, I really am excited about it, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I've gotten some really great feedback so far. So yeah, if you make this, please let me know. And if you have any thoughts about it, please let me know, because I don't know. I'm really proud of this one. Like, I don't know. I like the other baby blanket patterns that I've like done, the tutorials or whatever that I've done. But this one I just like. I think it's just, I think it's really pretty. So there we go. That's me boasting about it a little bit. Okay, what am I working on? Because that's all I have finished. So what am I working on? I have worked a little bit on the cross stitch that I have shown you before. The pattern is by RHT Embroidery on Etsy. And you can see I've done a little bit, I think I only had one front leg done last time, so I've done the other leg, and I've worked up here to the neck and the start of the face. As you can see, I have a big open section right here. That's because I figured I would just, sometimes when there's like a lot of one color, I will do the outline and then go back and just fill it in, because that way I don't have to like actually count, if that makes sense. I don't know. And this is my needle minder from Delicious Threads. And it says platform 9 3/4. Super cute. It's very strong. Very strong. But I really, really like it. And I don't know when this will ever be done. I mean, I know, well, it'll be done. That made it sound like I wasn't going to finish it. It will be done. I just don't know. I've not been able to work that much on it lately. So, and then the other thing that I've been working on the most, other than like non-crafty goodness, is my my Freezing June. Well, I titled it Freezing January cardigan. The actual pattern is Freezing June by Cheryl Namath, but I started it in January, and you'll see like I've not got that much done on it. So yeah. But anyway, I am gonna take that off because it's gonna make noise if I don't. I've put a progress keeper on it this time, unlike usual. So I was here last time and I am there now. So I have done 3 sections, so that's about 18 rows. Yeah, the little needle, or not needle, stitch marker is from Sucre Miniatures, and it's a carrot. I have a peas one too. Can I show that to you? I don't think the detail's gonna quite show it, but it's really, really detailed. Like it looks as real as you can get in polymer clay. So there we go. I am at the point where I'm just doing. I've stopped doing the decreases. And I think the last video I kept calling them increases, but no, I was doing decreases, but I've stopped doing them now. Oh yeah, I told you that like I had messed up and I had like accidentally been doing the decreases a little too quickly, but I think it's okay. I think. So you can see here, it's got points. I don't know if I can hold this up. I'm trying not to like lose all my stitches. Okay. There we go. So it's got points. This is going to be a little bit oversized, I hope. And yeah, I want to make it longer. I like it when I don't know, I just really like cardigans that kind of hit like low hip. Like that's kind of they're just more comfy. So anyway, I really, really, really like it. And so I am getting ready to change back to the black. So I've done 2 rows of the the gray, and I'm getting ready to switch back to the black, and then I'll do 3 of the black and then switch back to the gray and do 3 of the gray, because basically I'm doing it in like reverse order. No, that's not right. So I did 5 rows black, 1 gray, 4 rows black, 2 gray. So they're just kind of meeting up, and eventually I'll be all into the gray. So, and I still have, I did a provisional cast on, the crochet cast on. I'm even showing you this. I'm showing you stuff or talking about stuff. I'm not showing it to you. So I did the provisional cast on here in the gray, and once I get done, I'm gonna pick up, or we'll rip out the provisional cast on and pick up the stitches. That's what this lifeline's for too. because I put the lifeline in when I did the provisional cast on, because I always end up dropping a stitch, or like when I'm having to pick up from a provisional cast on. It's one of those things. Or not pick up, but like make the stitches live again. Yeah, it's one of those things. So I was extra careful this time. Yeah, so I still have to pick up that, and then I'm going to do a border. And I've been doing seed stitch for the button band. And so I'm going to do a seed stitch edging on it too. And I figured that way, I mean, this is superwash yarn, so hopefully it will do what I wanted to do. I did swatch for this and everything, but I didn't do a weighted swatch, and I think I should have. I'm almost thinking about getting the swatch back out and waiting, like re-blocking it and weighting it down a little bit just to see, because, you know, a sweater, this is a fingering weight yarn, but like, you know, I mean, when you have a longer sweater, it weighs a lot for a sweater, and it will kind of stretch. So yeah, the good thing is it's wool, so hopefully, I mean, it's superwash, so I don't think it'll bounce back too much, but it hopefully won't like grow and then like just hang there. Yeah, I really like how it's working up though. I really like it. The yarn is Knit Picks Hawthorne Kettle Dyed in Blackbird and Slate, and I really like this yarn. Now the black does dye, or does transfer a little bit of dye on your finger, just a little bit. Not like to where you have like a big black streak on your finger or anything like that, but it's just like a little noticeable. But I am getting ready to start a new skein of the black, because I only had like a little tiny bit, and I don't even know, for a row, maybe. Again, so I'm going to use a new skein and save that other part for the cuffs, because I'm going to do a little stripe on the cuff once I get to that point. Because the sleeves are really far away, so I'm not even worried about it. I've been keeping it in my Fat Swirl Fibers library bag, and I'm about to the point where I need, well, I've got 2 full skeins of yarn in here, plus, well, and then plus the rest of the gray that I've been using so far. So it's a little full, plus the sweater, of course. So I may have to get out a bigger project bag, / I probably will. Alright, so that is all I have been working on, craft-wise, I'm pretty sure. I have skeined up some yarn. It's sitting right here. I have 2 skeins of each color. This is Cascade 220 Superwash in the sport weight. So, and I can't, is this Daffodil? I think this is Daffodil and then black. So yeah, I have 2 skeins each, and I'm going to start working on some fingerless mitts for my husband and myself. Well, I'm going to do more arm warmer kind of things, like they're going to go up the arm, where he said he just kind of wants his to just like hit, you know, regular wrist warmer length. So I haven't figured out the color sequence yet. He said he wanted stripes, so he's gonna get stripes. I don't know how thick of stripes yet, but yeah. So I'll get started on that. Hopefully this week. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Then I bought things. I have bought things. So let's just get into what I bought. Okay, so Webs, which is yarn.com, and they're like a huge store if you've never bought from them. I mean, they have a physical location in, is it Massachusetts? I can't remember. It's somewhere in New England. Hopefully I'll get to see it one day. Soon. But anyway, so they're having their anniversary sale, and they do, so they have some stuff that's on sale in April, some stuff that's on sale in May, and some stuff that's on sale in both months. So they have their, they have a bunch of stuff on sale, but they had knitting needle sets on sale. Not all of them, but the one I bought is on sale. I got the Knitter's Pride Nova Platina. These are the special interchangeable ones, the special deluxe set. The special means that they're not like your standard size. So these make 16-inch circulars. So it comes with, I think the tips are 4 inches versus like a standard 5. Most interchangeable needles have 5-inch needles, and these do not. So, and then it comes with 2 cords, and then you can make 2 16-inch circulars, and it goes from a size US 4 3.5 to a US 10 6mm. It's not missing it. I was using it for the hat. That's, I believe, the 7. Yeah, that's the 7. So there you go. So it comes in a really nice little pouch. It's got like, is that brocade on there or something? Really nice. I think it was on sale for 51. I want to say 51. I might be making that up, but that's what I feel like it was on sale for. And I have seen it cheaper once on Amazon, but I think those might have been the ones before they switched to the Nova Platina. Those might have just been the Nova regulars. I don't know. I thought about buying them and then I didn't, and then they weren't there. So that's probably what it was. Anyway, I bought them because they were on sale, and I really wanted, I've got interchangeable sets, but I really wanted ones just to make 16-inch circulars. Speaking of interchangeable sets, so I love the ChowGoo interchangeable sets, and for some reason I just did not know that it was happening, or else I would have been on the wait list earlier. But if you make socks, or you use like small needles like 0s and 1s and things like that, the ChowGoo, they're having their mini interchangeable sets now. So yeah, I think it's $85 thereabouts, depending on where you get it from. But right now I haven't seen them anywhere in stock. They've all been, you have to be on the wait list. Yeah, I have not. Well, I live, like, there are other like LYSs that are a little further away. I just need to kind of check and see. I was like, maybe they might have them. I don't know. But I'll probably just order them online and then just wait. Or I'll just wait until they're in stock somewhere and pick them up. But, yeah, I'm really excited about that because I love ChowGoos. But these are nice too. I've not had any problems with them untwisting. These were a little bit more difficult to get to tighten though. I mean, I use the keys like you're supposed to and everything, but I don't know, like, I think I'm just like biased because when I use interchangeables, I use my ChowGoos almost exclusively at this point. And I do use the key on them too, but it seems like I don't have to like keep at it as hard in order to make it stay. Cause like this, like my test, when I do the key and then I try to untwist it with my fingers, and if I can untwist my fingers, I, will tighten it again. And these untwisted a lot easier. So, yeah. But I didn't have any problem when I was working with them. They say like it's how you knit, like if you twist, I guess how you twist your wrist, which makes it come out. I've not had any problems or issues and stuff like that, but I know it is a possibility. So, yeah. Well, of course, if you're buying something from Webs, you have to look at the yarn. And so, if you guys watched my my crafty goals, my 2016 crafty goal videos, I'll put a link. I mentioned that I put myself on like a very strict rules about when I could buy yarn. Well, I might have broken that rule just with one skein, just one, but I had to. Yes. So it was a moment of weakness. Ming Mao, who is Amy, she has a YouTube channel here too. You should watch it. I'll put a link if I remember. I will remember. I'm telling myself right now. When I edit it, I'll put it in. I think, I don't know if it was in her last video or the one before, but she had bought a skein of James C. Brett Marble Chunky, and I was like, and so I think I commented something like that was one of those yarns that I had always wanted to buy and use. I just hadn't done it yet. Well, you see where this is going. I bought this. It's so freaking pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. So they have this on sale right now, I think. But this is a discontinued color, so it wasn't on sale. Well, I mean, it was on sale, but it wasn't on the sale. So this was $7.99. The color is MC31, which is blue violet, or blue violet. I don't know if it's plural or not. But, oh, is that not beautiful? The answer is yes. Or no. Would it be no? It is beautiful. I don't know. I just confused myself. Yeah, so you get 200 grams. It's a big skein. They say it works up to a chunky weight, I think. It says knits to most chunky patterns. So it's 100% acrylic, and it's really pretty. And it's not rough or anything like that. It's really soft, and I loved it. So I bought it. So it did not meet with my self-imposed rules, because I said if I was going to buy yarn that wasn't for like a tutorial or for something like I was finishing up a project or whatever, and it wasn't on my list of things that I can, like, places I can buy yarn at freely, aka yarn festivals that are happening, I had to start the project within 3 days that I get it, and I have not done that yet. I'm going to make or at least I think I'm going to make, a capucine hat, which is the one that, you know, it's like you work it flat for a little while and then you join in the round, so it comes down and covers your like jawline ear situation, but then it's an actual hat in the back, and then you put tassels on it or braids or whatever. And I've made one before out of Charisma, Loops and Threads Charisma, but I gave that one to my friend Carolyn, so I want one for me. So I'm excited about it, and I don't know. I just haven't started it yet, and I was like, well, I could just start it. I could just cast on, but then I was like, no. I feel a little guilty about breaking my own rules, but then I was like, $8 a ball, which, I mean, a regular ball of chunky weight yarn is usually 100 grams, thereabouts. So I'm like, that's not that bad price-wise. So basically I just try to justify it to myself. Like, the price is really irrelevant at this point, but like, I was trying to be like, well, does it really count? I'm so crazy sometimes. But anywho, I really, I'm fine with it. This is the first time that I've like broken that yarn ban. My husband did buy yarn for me for Valentine's Day, but I got over being guilty about that a long time ago. So, yeah. And I didn't really feel that guilty. Well, I felt guilty because I was like, well, do I really need more yarn? But thank you. Yes, I do. So anyway, I think it's going to be a capucine hat. And I can't remember who that pattern is by. Then I also bought Smell Good things. I don't have 2 of the things in here with me, but so these are from an Etsy shop called Bubbling Geek. And here's her label. Oh no, there we go. So I bought 3 candles. 3 candles. And I bought a thing of soap and a like a roll-on fragrance thing. Both of those were in the scent River's Kiss. Can't talk. Meaning River Song. And yeah, it smells so good. So good. The soap is not, I have not let it to review yet. The soap is not as strong as I thought it was going to be. I expected it to smell quite strongly of the smell, because like it smelled like it in the wrapping, But once I took the little, like, it came in like a little muslin kind of bag. Once I took that off and I just used the soap without that bag, it didn't really smell that strong. And I don't know if it's the bar that I got didn't have a lot of the colored wax or whatever soap materials. It's not wax. The soap stuff in it. It was mostly sort of that natural color. So I don't know if maybe the fragrance is in the dyed portions. I don't know. I don't know. But it's, I mean, you can still smell it. It's just not as strong. And I didn't really get that particular smell has a kind of a berry kind of smell to it, and the bar did not smell. You couldn't smell the berries, but the fragrance, the perfume stuff, it smelled the way that I thought it was gonna smell. Really good. I will probably buy a candle the next time I order something from her, and I will be ordering something from her again. The scents I got were Sunnydale Library, and this one says it smells like leather-bound books, rosewood, hot brewed tea, and houseplants. And when you smell it in the jar, it smells good, but it smells better when it's burning. Like when it's like to me it smells better when it's burning. And I have not tried the other two jars or the other two candles yet, so I don't know if that holds up or if that holds true. But yeah, it smells really good. This one, the Sunnydale Library, is kind of smells like a library. I mean, that's like, I would say it's a little, I hate to use the word masculine scent, but I don't know. It's not like floral. And then the next color I have is the Oncoming Storm. And it smells so good. It says it is spicy black pepper, earthy patchouli, and vanilla bean. I don't really get a lot of patchouli. I'm not a huge patchouli fan, like scent-wise, which I was a little worried about that one. But I had heard that it smelled really good, so I decided to give it a try. And I figured if I didn't like it, I know someone who would. But I don't get a lot of the patchouli in it. I mean, you can kind of smell it, but it's, I don't know. The smells really blend together. Like I'm no candle expert, so just remember that. And then the last one I got is just called Simple and Clean, and it is a beautifully clean fragrance with notes of apple and jasmine. And this one might be my favorite. This one, I guess, is a little bit more girly, whatever that means. But I tend to like, okay, this is a little, I don't know if this is weird or not. My sister is completely different than this, and when I sort of told her my philosophy on scents, she was kind of like, but we were talking about, like, she burns candles and stuff in her house. I don't know if she still does now that she has a nearly 3-year-old, but or as often. I know she still does, but she likes, her house to smell like something. And I told her that I was like, I like my house to smell like nothing. Not good or bad, or like, I just want it to have like a non-smell. I think because like, I'll get like irritation, or not well, sometimes irritation. I have sensitive skin and I sneeze very easily. Like I get allergies and all kinds of stuff. Luckily nothing that's like life-threatening, but more like an irritant. And so when it comes to fragrances and smells, I usually am really careful with what I'm doing. These are soy candles, which I usually have a better reaction to those. And I checked the reviews and stuff like that, and nobody said like they had anything weird, even to the perfume and everything, which I tried the perfume and I had no issues about it at all. But yeah, I just like a non-smell. if there is such a thing as a non-smell. But yeah, I don't know. So I usually just like no smell, but I do like candles and I like burning them too. So I guess sometimes I want it to smell like something. So I got these candles, and it's been the first time I've bought candles in a long time. I was actually looking at, I've got a few like jar candles that I'm like, I think I might see if my sister wants them or something, because I don't know. I think I just kind of got tired of the smell. So this is something new, and these are 8-ounce jars. They seem to look like they're going to last a long time. I've only burned the Sunnydale Library one, but I burned it for a long time, and it barely went down. Like, that's, I don't know, a centimeter, maybe 2. And I mean, I burned it. I don't know how many hours at this point, but I have burned it quite a lot. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what I've been doing. So as you guys know, you might not know if this is your first time watching, but we've been fixing up our house because we want to buy a new house, and there's just a lot of things that we just never really dealt with. And so this one was so the big thing that I did was work on the kitchen. When we moved into the house, the people had painted the cabinet. So they painted the cabinet, the box part of the cabinet, gray. Sort of a brownish kind of gray. Not the color gray I would have picked, but the shade of color, or shade of gray I would have picked. And then they painted the doors and the drawer fronts this horrible shade of blue. And they painted the backsplash a slightly darker shade of that blue, as well as the wall. There's one section of wall it's 2 sections really, but the other one's really tiny, but a section of wall that is not backsplash. And they had painted that darker shade of the horrible shade of blue. I've hated the colors of my kitchen since we bought the house years and years ago. But it was functional, and I just didn't really feel like dealing with it. So we didn't. And now I'm like, maybe we should paint the cabinets and paint the walls. And I'm going to do, I figured I'd try painting the walls before actually installing a backsplash, because we've lived with painted walls and it's fine. They're not, they've not been hard to keep clean or anything like that. But I do think I'm going to get something for a couple of areas, behind the stove and stuff like that. And maybe I'll do the entire thing. I don't know. But anyway, I spent last week, a good portion of last week, getting out all of the, I'm pretty sure 30-year-old caulk line around the top of the cabinet, or not the cabinet, the countertop. It took all day. I don't have a big kitchen. It was just really old, and it did not want to leave its spot. I eventually got it up and put a new one down, and then we primed the walls because it was this lovely blue color, and then it took 3 coats, so 1 coat of primer and 3 coats of white paint to cover it up. But finally it's a nice bright even white, and it's super wipeable and everything, so yeah, I'm really excited about it. It looks so much better. And it's a lot brighter. My kitchen doesn't have a window. It does sit next to the dining room, which has, we have French doors in the dining room, but, it's also the north part of the house. Northeast? Yeah, the northeast. Kind of, well, mostly north, but a little bit east. And so it doesn't get a whole lot of light. So yeah, it really brightened it up, and it made it, I think, look a lot nicer. And so now we just have to paint the cabinets. We're going to do that in stages because I've got cats, and that's just what you have to do. I also fixed one of the drawers. It was messed up. One of the roller things got all weird. So I fixed that, and there's just a couple little things that, had to be done. And then, what else? Oh, we decluttered the guest room, which was, that was about time. I don't know if you guys have this, but the guest room was the room where everything goes to wait. We had stuff in there from when we moved in. I was like, well, I don't really have a place to put this yet. And that's where it stayed. And then there's other stuff that have just kind of been moved in there. And And I've been, like, I've decluttered a lot over the years, so I had, like, empty bins and empty, this, like, 3-drawer plastic thing that I've had since college. And I'm pretty sure all college students have one. Or at least all in my dorm did. I've had that since college, and I finally emptied it out. It had, like, what else? It had, like, some of my drawings and sketch pads and just all kinds of stuff in there. And I had random crafting supplies. I don't know. I had dowel rods in there for, like, I don't know what I was gonna do with those. I don't even know. So it was just a lot of stuff, which I had previously went through and got rid of most of it. So that ended up getting moved up to the shed to use for keeping some of the chemical-y things not sitting out. So, but yeah, so we went through a bunch of stuff. I had 2 of those under bed storage bin things. And so I got rid of things like my prom dress. Yeah, my prom dress was, I've been keeping my senior prom dress. That's a long time. So we've not taken anything to the thrift store yet because we're just waiting until there's one closet I want to go through first, and then we're going to take it all over there. But you know, it's just like, we just had so many things, and I was like, there's no point in us keeping it if we're never going to use it. You know, I mean, I had picture frames and just stuff that I'm like, it's either not my taste anymore, or maybe I didn't like it to begin with. You know, so just stuff like that, you know. But the guest room, that was where all of that stuff lived in my house. We don't have a basement here, and our attic is not really, like, set up for storage. So that was it. So now it's a lot cleaner. Well, not just, well, it's clean, but I mean, it's a lot more empty. You can actually, like, get in there without walking around a big bunch of stuff. It wasn't, like, packed where you couldn't get in there. Not at all. But it was, you know, there were empty bins just stacked up, waiting to go somewhere. But anyway. When I've not been doing that, I've been working on, like, the pattern for the baby blanket and all that stuff, to getting it written out and everything. And I've been watching a few things on TV. We finished the 2nd season of BoJack Horseman, which is a really funny show, not for children. It's animated, but it's like meant for adults. It's a Netflix show, and it's really funny. I actually think the 2nd season was better than the first. Just my opinion. Let's see. I wrote down some stuff. Watched a little Archer. I think we might have finished Archer. The season that we were on. I think we might have. I watched some Supernatural. I got caught up on Supernatural. I was a little behind. I was like 4 episodes back, so I had to get caught up. And then I started watching the 2nd season of Salem, which is, of course, about the Salem witch trials, kind of. It's also not for children. It's not animated. It's, you know, a live action, or not live action, you know. It's like real humans. Okay, so I have been talking too long. I'm starting to, like, just lose my train of thought. So yeah. Anyway, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. If you have any comments about a certain baby blanket, I would love to hear it. If you have a comment about anything or a question about anything, please let me know. And I forgot to mention it. My Ravelry group is called Crafting with Claudie, and I'll put a link. But yeah, that just dawned on me that I forgot to mention that. But I do have a question. You can an ask me a question thread over there too. So if you don't want to ask here on YouTube or by PM or email or whatever, you can ask me there. Just whatever. I'm on Instagram too, Facebook, all that good stuff. I am a little behind on comments and emails and PMs and all of that, because I have been working on other stuff, and this is the first time I've been in the office other than just grab something in like 5 days. So Yeah. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Bye!